Well, hello. Here I am, Miss Heather at Conservatory of the Ozarks, and it's Friday night, and I'm trying to leave Conservatory of the Ozarks right now because I'm done teaching. And I just wanted to do, I guess, really kind of a vlog of how everything is going right now in light of my other recent update video I just did a day or two ago. So we here at the conservatory, we were supposed to close a year ago, almost exactly a year ago. Just let you guys here for a second. And we ended up having some generous donations that allowed us to stay open, which we were super grateful for. But of course that money, runs out at some point, and this is the point where it is running out. And we actually had donations happen like a few different times over the course of this last 12 months. So it wasn't even just a one-time miracle for us. We had kind of a few miracles, really. And we were very surprised because the miracle came through like the day before we were supposed to close. So we've been thankful to be open for the last year, but now this month is the last month we have funding. So I really have no idea what's going to happen in November. And we today, Lauren, one of the administrators here, she was looking up grants to see if we could apply and qualify for anything like that. Basically, it costs about $4,000 a month to run Conservatory of the Ozarks. And we've had so many students start over the last few months. Like 50 students, which is a lot for us in just like a matter of weeks. But when you lose like 100 students, and that's like years worth of growth for your business just gone in a matter of weeks, like it takes a long time to build back all of that growth. So we're still, even though we ended last month at about 67 students now, not including my students, because my students don't really help keep the conservatory afloat. But we need 160 students to pay our bills, so we're about $2,300 a month short on that, which I don't know if that sounds like a lot of money to people or not a lot of money, but that sounds like a lot of money to me. And I'm not the kind of person who has like an extra $2,300 a month just lying around that I could use to keep my failing business afloat for however long it needs to be able to rebuild the student enrollment. So I just kind of said to the teachers and administrators here, okay guys, we've got till October 15th. This is the 8th today, so 1 week to try to figure something out or to hope for another miracle. And if we don't figure anything out by then for how we're going to pay our bills for next month, then I guess we'll call it and we'll have to close. This will be our last month. So that's so sad and hard. I'm just kind of trying not to think about it too much. In some ways, I don't feel as sad as last year because I've known for a year now that this could be coming. Like no matter how much money people gave and no matter how hard I worked, like there's always a chance that this could happen. And so it's not as much of a surprise as it was this time last year when I was like, wow, I guess things aren't going to change as quick as I thought they would after COVID. And I think everybody was surprised by that. I just thought it would last for like maybe a couple of months, not a couple years. And I guess that knowing what to expect, or like that it could be a thing to expect, is a little bit helpful, but it's also almost more sad more sad than it was last year, because now I spent this whole last year like working so hard to try to keep this place open, and I know so many people gave money, and to think that all of that work and all of that time and all of that money was just a waste, that's kind of hard to take. Because it's like, oh, I guess if it wasn't going to work out, I could have just closed a year ago and had a nice relaxing year. And I'd already be settled into my home studio right now, instead of a year of working so much, so many hours, basically like living here at this studio, and then have nothing to show for it at the end of it. Just is so like disheartening. But I'm trying to look on the bright side and just keep kind of a positive attitude the best I can. When I thought we were going to close last year, Robbie and I did get a house that I can move my studio into and just continue teaching on my own. So I'll still get to see my students, I think, because when I talked to them about it before, they all said they would just come take lessons with me out of my house if I had to close the studio here. And so that's nice, you know. And now that Robbie and I are married as of 2 weekends ago, I guess, almost exactly, we're hoping to try for a baby in the next few months here. So maybe it is for the best, you know, like maybe it will be for the best for my personal life, that I don't have to have the stress of running a whole studio with multiple teachers and lots of students and all the events and all of that kind of thing, because it is a lot of stress. So maybe teaching out of my home is the thing that I'm supposed to do, but it's just it's hard to say this sentence. It's just hard to see my dream die. I'm just trying not to think about it, because it feels like there's nothing I can do to stop it from happening, and I feel like I've tried my hardest, and I failed. And that's just not a very nice feeling. So like, I know everything's gonna be fine for me, you know, because like financially I'll still basically make the same amount of money, because I'll still be teaching the same students, but it's just like hard to take in emotionally right now, because it's so crazy to think that we could have had like so many crazy miracles happen over the last year, like having people donate money who I'd never even met before, and so many families donating money to our GoFundMe, being on the Kelly Clarkson show. It's like so many things that I never would have thought would ever be possible or likely to happen in my life, and they've all happened over this last year, and like still we're just gonna end up closing. Just, it feels like other people even fought to keep my dream alive, but like it hasn't worked out. So oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I'll probably still post this anyway, because I don't want to redo the video, but I didn't think I was going to start crying, because I've really been trying to just like focus on how thankful I am that I have a place to teach my students after this out of my home, and that everything's gonna be fine. It is hard to like really talk about it in like such a final official way though, like that this time next month we may have decided that we're gonna close the conservatory for sure. It's just like a lot to take in and handle right now emotionally. It's a lot to come to terms with that, since this is what I've been doing, you know, like since 2008. It's a long time. Anyways, oh, I feel bad because I didn't mean to start crying. But I just kind of wanted to document how things are going right now, how I'm feeling, what's going on, because it's easy to forget about all of those things over time. And I guess also an update for anybody who's curious or interested to know what's going on around here. So if anybody has any amazing ideas for how to suddenly make extra money at your music studio, then feel free to comment below, because that would be great. Seriously though, everything will be fine on the other side of this. It's just like standing on this side of it right now is hard. It's just so uncertain and scary and sad. So anyways, have a great weekend everyone, and I will talk to you later.